are you writing there?
I'm writing on Mrs. Cody.
Oh. So it's day 2, Sunday, at the Mother Earth News Fair. We will be, this is actually a first, Mrs. W will be speaking today. I'm so proud. Are you excited?
No, I'm nervous.
Well, we're speaking together, so that will be fun. Actually, I had to speak, or had the opportunity to speak yesterday because Elliot Coleman missed his flight.
Cancel flight.
The flight was canceled. Yeah, I don't want to disparage the man. I miss flights. His flights are canceled. And so I stepped in and filled that in. So that was great. And we had a great meet and greet last night. Some really great folks came out. So today's going to be the big day. So I'll be speaking at 2:30?
10.
10. And then the two of us at 2:30.
That's right.
All right, but now we're going down
And
for
book signing.
book signing. For Jack's favorite, waffle day.
Pancake day is
You
my
look
favorite.
tired, young man. You vlogging today?
I haven't been able to get any videos up because I had to go to bed.
It's definitely our fault. You look like a cyborg there with all your accoutrements.
What?
You shall be assimilated.
Resistance is futile.
So I'm reading through the comments right now, and we rented a car. Was in the last comment. So a gentleman named John is responding to what they did, and he wrote, "Last year we flew from Pennsylvania to San Diego for a tennis tournament with our girls. I reserved a Kia online before we flew out. We left the airport in San Diego with a yellow Corvette convertible for an extra $50 a day. The girls had to ride with the team." I love it. Way to go, John.
That's the best comment ever.
We're laughing.
So, Mrs. W, how come you look so pretty today?
Oh, it must be all the love in the air.
I've decided I'm not going to call you chicken anymore. I'm just going to call you beautiful. How's that? For beauty.
I kind of like chicken.
We're just gonna...
How about beautiful?
I think beauty is nice.
I don't mind that so much.
Goodness, Mom, we're running it a little close here. We have to speak in 25 minutes, and we're not there yet.
So here's another funny comment. How come Mrs. W drives?
Well, there was the first answer. Go ahead and give the fake answer that you responded
Well,
to.
it's not a fake answer. You used to drive all the time, and you didn't want me to drive. But then when we moved out in the country and you realized just how much we had to drive, you were okay with me driving.
Now tell the truth.
But in addition, I drive a little bit faster. If we're in a hurry, like if we have to be somewhere.
If we're ever late, or if we're ever, the chance. One thing that's really important to us is try not to be late for anything.
Yeah.
And so if we're looking like we might be late, I do come out and I do find Mrs. W in the driver's seat because she drives like a demon.
I do not.
All right, so we just arrived at Wisconsin Mother Earth News Fair. We're going to check in. This is our first time at this venue, but it looks picture perfect.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So did you get your own badge this time since you're speaking?
I don't know. I'm guessing so.
So poor Mrs. W doesn't get any respect there. So what are you writing there?
I'm writing on Mrs. Cody. So cute. I love. His perspective. It's a little different, isn't it? Yeah, definitely.
I think you need to have your own badge if you're going to be speaking.
I don't need one. It's okay.
No, next time we'll
I'm
get you
Mrs.
one.
Cody.
Store first.
I do.
Why? I like to see the stages.
Because I like to read.
So we're in the bookstore, and this is where we'll be doing our book signing tomorrow. There's the most popular guy at the fair, Joe Salatin.
Just looking up Poison Oak.
Oh,
What to do?
I have poison oak so bad. It's all on my neck. It's on both my arms. It's everywhere. It's just hateful. What are you doing?
I just crossed out the Wranglerstar and put an LT at the beginning of that Wranglerstar.
Apparently that's your badge now.
Yep. Looking for a 12 by 16 cabin.
Yeah. Can we? Let's get that book. They're on sale here, right?
25% off.
How much is it?
25.
Let's get it.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll get one, and then you can pick out one. We'll get 2 books.
I don't need.
Either pick one out, or I'll pick one out for you.
Papa, get the rocket mass heater.
Style drastically, and what that meant for us was to give up all those things that we wanted, the dream house that we had, the dream jobs that everyone told us were the perfect life, and to move to a remote location in the mountains of the Pacific Northwest and start homesteading. So
let me guess.
So no,
everything you want is here.
Everything I want is in this patch of grass. Let me show you. First off, the skid steer, firewood processor. Look at this. Bagwood. This thing wraps your firewood for you.
Is that overkill for a house?
No, if you're selling it to grocery stores and things.
Oh, okay.
This is for business. But this is the granddaddy here. So you put your firewood, your logs up on the chain, all automated. The chain runs it over here to the slot. It's got, see the little grabbers in there? That brings it forward here. Here you have here's the chainsaw, comes down, cuts it to length. It falls automatically into the wood splitter. The split pieces push forward into the conveyor belt. Conveyor belt up into the dump trailer, and you are in the firewood business.
Do you know what's wrong with this?
Nothing's wrong with this. It's perfect.
Well, firewood usually heats you 3 times, right? Once when you cut it down, once when you move it, once when you bring it in. Oh, 4 times, and then once when you do the fire. This would only heat once or twice.
No, because it heats you plenty. Saving the money to buy this. You gonna show me how this thing works?
Well, I can go over the controls.
Nah, just make it run. I
Okay.
understand the controls. Saw motor, splitter, pressure clamp, and the feed.
If that works for you, that's good for me.
Piece of cake.
Okay.
I'm a heavy equipment operator. I get it.
So it'll easy each time you make it disappear. Oh, fools, the magician bends the rules as the crowd watches his every move. Just a shaking hand without a concrete plan.
That is fantastic. So I have a question. So a guy is going to have a firewood business. How much more money can you make with your cord selling a bagwood versus by the cord?
Oh, you always make more money by the cord if you sell it by the face cord or bag cord. You know, $5.
$5. How many of those bags can you get out of cord?
You know, I don't know the answer to that. I've never sat and did a cord of wood and bundled it just to see. That's not what I do.
It's a bunch of them though.
Yeah, if my buddy Chuck was here, he'd be able to tell us because that's what he does.
I found something that really grabbed Mrs. W's attention. You really want a high
tunnel.
high tunnel.
So you wanted a book. I want a high tunnel and cows.
Okay, well, that's fair enough.
And we always thought you were the expensive spouse.
Yeah, do you think I can check this?
It's amazing what you can.
Yeah, wouldn't this be nice to have?
Only 4,100. Okay, steel frames are U.S. made and 14 gauge and sturdy to withstand heavy snow and wind.
More of a challenge. There are some bikes out there.
You look good in that. You could fill it full of your tomatoes and your raspberry preserves, and you could pedal it to town with your skirt
3
on.
hours later.
It's even a girl's bike.
Seniors, anybody who needs a little more,
Boxy the box turtle.
That's an original name.
I know. Well, we've had him for 20 years.
So my granddad used to he kind of did some taxidermy, and he made a coat hanger out of 4 of these hooves. I remember was in his shop.
Sure.
Not everyone's taste, but
This is owl.
that's an owl.
It's great horned owl. And that's hawk.
Hawk.
That's a hawk. This is a owl foot, and you can tell it's an owl because it has feathers right down to the toes.
Wow.
This toe actually can move to the back, so that the owl, when it catches something, can use two front, two back.
I wonder how many mice that these little talons grabbed a hold of.
Yep.
That's something else. They're so sharp.
I know, isn't it amazing?
So this is really interesting. So this is where they're showing how to make brooms with the weave. And kind of a purpose-built jig there for doing it.
And then they probably have it in the special stuff to like soften it up or something.
Yeah, they must put it in water so it's flexible. It's always interesting to me to see toolboxes that are, purpose-built for a particular trade. A lot of these tools in here are things that I've never seen before. Some of them I have. I know what that one is. I like this stand here. Three-legged stand, and so he's using this jack to make spoons. And this is his toolbox.
You know what, Papa? Now it won't be very interesting because I've already got a video of it too.
Well, there's room for everyone. So, do you know these tools here? What's this?
That is a lathe.
Spoke shave?
Yeah.
Carpenter's axe?
Hatchet.
Yeah, I like his toolbox.
I got close on
Look
the
at that
lathe.
little bearded axe there. That's interesting. Jack, if you're looking for something for me for Christmas, I'd like to have one of these.
What are you doing, Papa?
Well, these arches are really great because you can lift. It bears the burden of the log, and you can pull it by hand. You can skid things that you wouldn't normally be able to lift because it turns the log into a log trailer.
So stupid.
So this is I really like this picaroon better than the steel. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot thinner, a lot lighter.
But it's not as good as the Axaroon.
It's not as good. No, it's not the Axaroon, but it's different. But it's that's a nicely built tool. They've got air in them. I would really like to have a trailer like this for hauling logs, for firewood. Isn't that nice? You can really take that over pretty much any terrain.
I have a Lego one. I have one made out of Legos. Kind of like this, but it's attached to another one.
So right here, Jack, is where they can you can bolt a loader, where it can load itself. Look at this, is really a clever hitch. So this is an all-terrain hitch, so it rotates, it turns, of course, like a regular one, but it also pivots there. So you could basically just take this thing anywhere.
You know what, Papa? This thing really reminds me of my Lego set.
Well, I think you have a Lego version of this.
Yeah, I do. But it has like the crane right here, and
Yeah.
instead of having a truck pulling it, like right here, it has a like a truck car,
Yeah.
like the front of one,
Yep.
and then it comes with a bunch of logs.
It's very nice. How many of those are you going to sample?
Well, it is Monday morning, and we're just packing up in the hotel, and I'll actually be returning back home. Mrs. W is going to stay on for a few more days and spend some time visiting some of her friends from college. We had a great time at the fair. Man, you just can't beat the Midwestern folk. Just wonderful people. A lot of people came a long distances, made sacrifices to come and say hi, to shake hands, and we're really grateful for that. And the thing I think that we like the most about visiting these fairs is that it really puts a face on all of those numbers behind the screen. And every time we come back from one of these, we are always really fired up and super motivated to continue doing what we're doing and to do it the best way we can. So I'll be back. I'll be doing some homestead videos. I had a question for you, though. Do you think that I should stop into White Castle and give it another try? Would you like to see that? Maybe Mrs. W should try a White Castle burger. What do you think?
No.
She says no, but if it's convenient, let me know what you think. We might just have to do that. maybe we can do a White Castle burger review. Anyway, thanks for all of you who came out, and we really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed the fact that you made us feel so welcome here, and it was a huge success. So we'll see you guys on the next video.